The full extent of the Necron presence on Cronus did not become clear until those opposing them launched raids into the catacombs under the Thur Abyss Plateau. The first Necron massacres on the planet had occurred there, and their enemies expected to find some sort of alien bastion. Instead, they found an entryway into the underworld. Garbled reports from doomed scouts sent into the cavernous passageways revealed a network of catacombs honeycombing the entire plateau. Some of these now stood hollowed out, while others served as staging grounds for Necron forces. Worst of all, however, were the deeper tunnels, where row upon row of Necrons still stood, slowly waking to join their lord's global genocide. The attackers settled on a dangerous gambit. A strike force would enter the catacombs and plant a massive explosive device deep in the main cavern. An explosion there would collapse the entire network, crushing or sealing off the legions of still dormant Necrons and shattering those already risen. It remained to be seen if anyone could deliver this device, much less escape in time to continue the fight across Cronus.
Fall back and regroup!
Creatures, at long last you have found the tranquility of death. I was like you once, clinging to life and blind to the truth. When I uncovered the truth, I too shuddered and paled with fear. Deep in these catacombs, I was remade. Here, my brethren slumbered for eons, while the living grew like weeds. My lord knew this day would come. He had plans for us all. We would purge this world once more. So come, poor victims of life. We will grant you tranquility in these crypts. Cronus will be a tomb world once more.
Captain,
Understood.
the Tech Marines report that the plasma bomb is ready.
Thank you, brother.
Here to serve.
We must now deliver it into the belly of these alien catacombs and bring the sky crashing down upon these Necrons.
Though it may cost our lives, we will not fail the chapter.
We fail if we give our lives. He who stands with me shall be my brother. To die in the chapter's service, faith is my share. But not if it leaves us without the means to fight the battles to come.
Your leadership is our most valuable resource, Captain. You, above all, must survive to continue
Today
the campaign.
the enemy shall know. And so I will, brother. Praise the Emperor. I serve mankind.
Ever vigilant. For the Emperor!
Faith is eternal.
Under
Beware
fire.
the alien, the mutant.
For the Emperor!
We shall know no fear.
We are the Emperor's chosen.
He who stands with me shall be my
Fear
brother.
denies faith. Heresy grows from idleness. Weapons at ready. It is time. Cleanse.
Where you need us
Kill.
most. By his glorious name. Make way, yes. We await your command.
The Emperor protects. I stand ready.
None shall stand in our path.
I am the instrument
Fear
of his
denies
will.
faith. Captain, at your command. My sensors are picking up unknown energy readings from these points.
We'll have to find out what's there. I don't want any surprises on the way out, Sergeant.
Initiated.
Await orders.
Where you need us most. Your will.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
The Emperor's finest reporting.
We are the Emperor's chosen.
Where you need us most.
You have penetrated but the very surface of our catacombs. More and more of us rise from the depths with every passing moment.
Under fire.
Where you need us most.
Awaiting orders. Heresy. Lost morale restored.
Where you need us most.
Command me. At last, back to war.
What is your will, your instructions? I shall obey.
I am ready to serve again. I will be there soon. I will purge the unclean. I will be there soon. By his word, I will be there soon.
Charge.
The energies are coming from that alien artifact. It must be some form of weapon. Destroy it before they can target our men.
We are deathless interlopers. Under the shadow of the beacon of unlife,
I
the
shall end
fallen
your race.
rise
Under
again.
fire.
My knowledge is at your disposal.
We stand ready.
None shall need us most. None shall
What's
survive.
your order? At your command. Charge.
Venerate the immortal Emperor.
At last, back to war.
Stay vigilant, brothers. Cleanse, purge, kill. Charge. Understood. Under fire. Faith is our shield.
The Emperor's finest reporting. None shall survive.
Faith is our shield.
Command me. It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
Orders
It
received.
is better to die for the Emperor than live
Direct
for
us to
yourself.
enemy.
Faith is eternal.
Squad broken! Maintain attack formation. Charge! We stand ready. Fear our wrath. Weapons at ready. It is time. Understood. Charge!
I am the instrument of his
Squad
will.
morale restored.
knowledge is at
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
Orders received. Under fire!
I await your
It is better
instructions.
to die for the Emperor than live for
Awaiting
yourself.
orders. Charge!
I am the instrument
Under
of
fire.
his will.
Ever vigilant.
Fear not the sight.
Yes, my lord. Ever vigilant. What's your order? Heresy grows from idleness. Take and hold.
Command me.
Venerate the immortal Emperor.
Squad broken! We stand ready. Fire in the hole! Heresy grows from idleness. Orders received. Squad morale restored. At your command. Cleanse, purge, kill.
Fear not the sight.
Awaiting orders. Ever vigilant.
Yes. Where do you need us most?
Knowledge is power. Hide it well.
Faith is eternal.
Where do you need us most?
Under
The
fire.
Emperor's finest.
Heresy
reporting.
grows from idleness.
Hope is the first step on the road to disappointment.
Under fire. Faith is our
My
shield.
knowledge is at your
Ever
disposal.
vigilant.
My knowledge is at your disposal.
Faith is our shield.
I am the instrument of his will.
I know no fear.
Faith is our
We
shield.
await your command. Yes.
Command me.
My faith is my shield.
Command me.
The Emperor's finest. Reporting.
Squad broken!
Where do you need us
Direct
most?
us to the enemy.
The Emperor's finest. Reporting.
Fear not the psycho.
Fear our wrath. Cleanse, purge, kill! Orders received.
We await your
Squad
command.
morale restored.
By his glorious name.
This day shall be a glorious one
Here
for the
to serve.
Imperium.
Build routine 721 initiated.
We await your command.
Awaiting orders. Fear our wrath.
The
Under
Emperor's
fire.
finest. Reporting.
Yes, my lord. Onward to glory! Charge! Onward to glory! Weapons at ready. It is time.
There is no such thing as innocence. Only degrees of
The Emperor's finest. Reporting.
I am the instrument of his will.
Where do you need us most?
There is no such thing as innocence. Only degrees of guilt.
He who stands with me shall be my brother.
Hope is the first step on the road to disappointment.
Ever vigilant.
We seek the enemy. Make way. None shall survive.
Under fire. Ever vigilant. Squad morale restored. Fear our wrath. Charge!
Fear not the sight.
Faith is our shield.
My knowledge is at your
Heresy
disposal.
grows from idleness.
There is no such thing as innocence. Only degrees of guilt.
None shall survive. By his glorious name. Yes.
Faith is eternal.
Yes.
Under fire.
I am the instrument of his will.
For the Emperor!
Your will.
It is better to die for
What
the
is your
Emperor than
will?
live for yourself.
My knowledge is at your disposal.
An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded.
Where do you need us most?
Venerate the immortal Emperor. Knowledge is power.
Under
Hide it
fire!
well.
What is your order? We are the Emperor's chosen. Maintain attack formation.
Yes.
Faith is our
There
shield.
is no such thing as
Faith
innocence.
is our shield.
Only degrees of guilt.
The Emperor's finest reporting.
Knowledge is power. Hide it
Where do you
well.
need us most?
At your command.
Fear not the Psyker.
Where do you need us most? Your will?
Hope is the first step on the road to disappointment. At once.
Fear denies faith. Yes, my lord.
Your will?
Apothecary ready.
We await your command. None shall survive.
My knowledge is at your disposal.
Under fire. Yes, my lord.
Fear not the Psyker.
How can I serve? Apothecary
Where do you
ready.
need us
Fire.
most?
Hope is the first
Direct
step
us
on
to
the
the
road to
enemy.
disappointment.
We are the
I
Emperor's
stand
chosen.
ready.
Yes.
The battlefield awaits. Who requires my aid? We stand ready. Fear our wrath.
Yes. The Emperor's finest reporting. Make way.
It is better to die for the Emperor
The
than
Emperor
live for yourself.
protects. I serve mankind. Agreed.
Heresy grows from idleness. Fear our wrath.
Where do you need us most?
How can I serve? No, we stand ready. Emperor shall fall in idleness. How can I serve?
Knowledge is power.
How
Hide
can
it
I
well.
serve?
The Emperor's finest reporting.
These particular catacombs
What are
seem
your
devoid of
needs?
necron defenders. If we can find a
At
second
last,
access
back
point,
to
perhaps
war.
we can use them to our
Here to
advantage.
serve.
Faith is eternal.
Apothecary here.
By his glorious name.
Fear not the Psyker. Do I detect uncertainty in your purpose?
How can I serve?
Yes, Lord?
Command me.
The battlefield awaits. Under fire. The enemy fights back.
Yes, most
While the
beneficent
enemies
one.
of the Emperor still draw breath, there can be no peace.
I am ready to serve.
Under fire.
Again.
Your will.
How can I serve? Apothecary here.
Hope is the first step on the road to disappointment.
Yes.
The warriors of the Inquisition are yours
Yes,
to command.
most beneficent one. I await your instructions. Build routine 721 initiated. Build routine 721 initiated. I await your instructions. As you wish. As you wish.
I am ready to serve.
Yes, Lord.
Again.
Yes, most beneficent one.
The warriors of the Inquisition are yours to
The
command.
Emperor's finest reporting. By his glorious name. Your will. Once more, we
The
build
battlefield awaits. The warriors of the Inquisition are yours to command. Under fire.
Yes. None shall survive.
How can I serve? The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed.
None shall survive.
Knowledge is power.
Where you need us most.
Apothecary here. Direct me to the injured. The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed. What are your needs? The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed.
The Emperor's finest, reporting.
The warriors of the Inquisition are yours to command.
Your instructions.
Apothecary here.
Yes.
Under fire.
Yes, Lord. Here to serve. Build routine 721 initiated.
The fallen shall be forever remembered as the Emperor's finest. Under fire. The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed. The enemies of man cannot stand before us. I follow your commands. Direct me to the injured. The enemies of man cannot stand before us. Direct me to the injured. The enemies of man cannot stand before us. What are your needs? The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed. The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed. The fallen shall be forever remembered as the Emperor's finest. The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed. The warriors of the Inquisition are yours to command.
Yes, most beneficent one.
Under fire! The warriors of the Inquisition are
Yes,
yours
Lord.
to command. We go to spread his word. Apothecary here.
By his glorious name.
The warriors of the Inquisition are yours to command.
My knowledge is at your disposal. I stand ready.
Apothecary here. The warriors of the Inquisition are yours to command.
Yes, most beneficent one.
The enemies of man cannot stand before us.
We await your command.
The enemies of man cannot stand before us. The fallen shall be forever remembered as the Emperor's finest. Awaiting orders. Maintain
The Emperor's
attack.
finest.
How can I serve? Direct me to the injured.
Where you need us most.
At your command.
The Emperor protects.
Under fire.
Where you need us most.
The fallen shall be forever remembered as the Emperor's finest. Yes, my lord.
The Emperor's finest. Report.
How can I serve?
Your will. We seek the enemy.
Squad
Your
morale
will.
restored. The battlefield awaits your command.
Your will.
The warriors of the Inquisition are yours to
We await
command.
your command. None shall survive.
How can I serve?
With every
Direct me to
moment,
the injured.
more of us
Apothecary
wake
here.
from the
I follow your
slumber of
commands.
We await
angels.
your command.
We will never stop coming from the depths of this plateau until
To me,
you
my
are
brothers,
all
I
dead.
shall end you.
Yes, most beneficent one. I shall obey.
My faith is my shield.
Apothecary here. At your command.
Where you need us most.
Yes, Lord.
The warriors of the Inquisition are
The
yours to
Emperor's
command.
finest. Reporting. None shall survive. Once more,
Awaiting
we
orders.
build the Emperor's finest. Reporting.
Under fire.
None shall stand in our path.
Marine squad deployed. At your command.
I await your instructions.
Where do you need us most?
Ever vigilant. Fear our wrath. Onward to glory! What are your needs?
Where do you need us most? None shall survive.
We are the Emperor's chosen. Maintain attack formation.
I have awoken. We await your command.
Yes, my lord.
Yes. None shall stand in our. Where do you need us most?
No servant of the Emperor shall fall if I can help it. The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed. Onward to glory! The fallen shall be forever remembered as the Emperor's finest.
I have awoken your will.
Under fire! Under fire!
The Emperor's finest reporting.
Direct us to the enemy.
Agreed. Walk softly and
Here to
carry a big
serve.
gun.
Your will. I have his glorious name. Once more, we
The
go
battlefield awaits. The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed. No servant of the Emperor shall fall in
Face
my
doors
hands.
eternal. I shall end you. Command me.
The battlefield awaits. Direct me to the injured.
I am ready to serve. Again.
Yes, Lord? Building 71 initiated.
Heresy grows from idleness.
Today the enemy shall know fear. Praise the Emperor.
Yes, most beneficent one?
The Emperor's finest reporting.
At your command, charge! The enemies of man cannot stand before us.
I have awoken. Yes. The Emperor's finest faith is eternal.
The warriors of the Inquisition are
Where
yours to
you need us
command.
most, none shall stand in our path. None shall survive. We await your command. Make way! Even in death I still
The
serve.
battlefield awaits.
I have awoken.
I follow your commands. The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed.
Where do you need us most?
The enemies of man cannot stand before us.
The Emperor's finest reporting. We seek the enemy. At last, back to war. Your will.
The battlefield awaits. Direct me to the
I
injured.
have awoken.
I follow your commands. The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed. Squad broken! The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed. No servant of the Emperor shall fall if I can help it. The warriors of the Inquisition are yours. The enemies of man cannot stand before us. The warriors of the Inquisition are yours to command.
I have awoken.
Apothecary here. Direct me to the injured.
Command me.
What are your needs? The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed. The fallen shall be forever remembered as the Emperor's finest. The enemies of man cannot stand before us. The warriors of the Inquisition are yours to command. The enemies of man cannot stand before us. The warriors of the Inquisition are yours to command. Squad Apothecary here. Squad morale restored. No servant of the Emperor shall fall if I
Where do you need us? I have awoken.
Apothecary here. I follow your commands. Direct me to the injured. What are your needs? Direct me to the injured. The enemies of man cannot stand before us. Yours to command. The enemies of man cannot stand before us. Under fire. The battlefield awaits. No servant
I
of the
have
Emperor
awoken.
shall fall if I can help it. No servant of the Emperor shall fall if I can help it. No servant of the Emperor shall fall if I can help it. Direct me to the injured. No servant of the Emperor shall fall if I can
Where
help
you need us most.
it. Heresy grows. How can I serve?
Yes,
What are your needs?
I have awoken.
Charge!
Yes, by his glorious name.
The fallen shall be forever remembered as the Emperor's finest chosen.
We await your command. We await your command.
What are your needs? I follow your commands.
I have awoken. The Emperor's finest reporting.
How can I serve? Moving out.
Where you need us most. Command me.
Under fire. Ever vigilant. How can I serve?
Yes, most beneficent one?
Where you need us most. I have awoken.
Apothecary here. I follow your commands. Faith is our shield. What are your needs? Onward to glory! Orders received. Charge!
Where you need us most. We await your command. Even in death I still serve. Where you need us most.
At your command.
We await your command. Your
Under
will I
fire.
have awoken.
Charge! The fallen shall be forever remembered as the Emperor's finest.
I am ready to serve. Again, where you need us most. None shall survive. Your will? I am the instrument of his will.
What are your needs? Under fire!
Your will? None shall stand our power. I have
Your order.
awoken.
The battlefield awaits.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself. Your will? The Emperor's finest reporting. At last, back to war.
The fallen shall be forever remembered as the Emperor's finest. No servant of the Emperor shall fall if
Your
I can
will.
help it. The battlefield awaits.
I have awoken.
Apothecary here. Direct me to the injured.
We await
Under
your command.
fire! How can I serve? The enemies of man cannot stand
The
before
enemies
us.
of the Emperor
The
shall
warriors
be
of the
destroyed.
Inquisition are
Most
yours to
beneficent
command.
one? Build routine 721
Under fire.
initiated.
Faith is eternal.
What are your needs? The enemies of man cannot stand before us. The warriors of the Inquisition are yours to
I
command.
have awoken.
The enemies of man cannot stand before us. Here. The enemies of man cannot stand before us.
None shall
The
stand.
fallen shall be forever remembered as the Emperor's finest. Faith is our shield.
Where you need us most.
Heresy grows. The battlefield awaits. The enemies of the Emperor shall be
We await your
destroyed.
command.
Direct us.
I have awoken. Where you need us most. We await your command.
Apothecary here. The warriors of the Inquisition
The
are
fallen
yours
shall
to
be
command. Forever remembered as the Emperor's
Your will.
finest.
The Emperor's finest
I await
reporting.
your instructions. Here to serve.
Yes. I have awoken.
I await your instructions. Here
Under
to serve.
fire.
Yes, Lord?
Yes.
Here to serve. Yes, Lord. Build routine 721 initiated.
Under fire!
Faith is eternal.
Yes, most beneficent one.
I have awoken.
Under fire!
Yes. I have awoken. I have awoken.
What is your order?
I command in the name of the Emperor.
Command me.
Heresy grows from idleness.
I have your will.
How can I serve?
A moment of laxity spawns a lifetime of heresy. None shall survive.
The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed. The warriors of the enemies of man cannot stand before us.
Follow my lead.
Yes, most beneficent one.
The enemies of man cannot stand before
I
us.
have awoken.
Under fire!
Build routine 721 initiated. Build routine 721
I have
initiated. Beneficent one. Build routine 721 yes, initiated. Beneficent one. Build routine 721 initiated.
When you need us, I am the instrument of his will, by his word. Even in death, I still serve your will. At last, back to war. I shall end you.
How can I serve? No serving of the Emperor shall fall in light of it. What are your needs? I follow your commands.
I have awoken.
The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed. I follow your commands. Direct me to the injured. We go to warriors of the Inquisition are yours to command. The warriors of the Inquisition are yours to command.
The Emperor's
Under
finest
fire!
reporting.
Yes, most beneficent one. I shall await your instructions.
I have awoken.
What are your needs?
None shall survive.
Under fire!
By his glorious name.
The enemies of man cannot stand before us. Apothecary here.
More and more of us rise from the depths with every passing moment.
I have awoken.
The enemies of man cannot stand before us. The enemies of man cannot stand before us. How can I serve? The enemies of man cannot stand before us. The enemies of man cannot stand before us.
At last, back to war. Take me into battle.
Under fire. The enemies of man cannot stand before us.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself. I shall
Apothecary here.
By his glorious name.
Direct us to the enemy.
Yes, Lord.
have awoken.
The enemies of man cannot
I
stand
await
before
your
us.
instructions. I shall obey. I shall obey.
By his glorious name.
Another Necron artifact.
Once
Destroy
more,
it.
we go to
Darkness fills your eyes and dulls your senses. Before the beacon of the deceiver, we are like deadly shadows, hidden from your sight.
reporting. By his glorious name.
Under fire. The enemies of man cannot stand before us. Ever vigilant.
I have awoken.
Under fire. We stand ready.
Your will. The Emperor's finest.
The Emperor
reporting.
protects.
The battlefield awaits.
I have awoken. I am the instrument of his will.
I am the Emperor's will made manifest.
At last, back
Yes,
to
my
war.
lord. Weapons at ready. It is time.
I have awoken.
The enemies of man cannot stand before us.
I await your instructions.
The enemies of man cannot stand before us. Under fire.
I have awoken.
What would you have me do?
The enemies of man cannot stand before us. The enemies of man cannot stand before us. What are your needs? The enemies of man cannot stand before us.
I am ready to serve. Again.
The enemies of man cannot stand
I
before
have
us.
awoken. It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself. Command me.
The fallen shall be forever remembered as the Emperor's finest.
Beware the alien, the mutant, the heretic.
Yes, most beneficent one.
I have awoken. We await your command.
What is your order? Charge! Moving out. Onward to glory!
I have awoken. We seek the enemy.
Ever vigilant. Under fire.
I have awoken.
The enemies of man cannot stand before us.
I have awoken.
The enemies of man cannot stand before us. The enemies of man cannot stand before us. Under fire.
I have awoken.
The enemies of man cannot stand before us.
Make way.
I await
I
your
have awoken.
instructions. I exist to serve. Yes, Lord. As you wish.
Faith
The
is
enemies of
eternal.
man cannot
Moving
stand
at
before
last
us.
back to war.
The enemies of man cannot stand before
I
us.
have awoken.
The enemies of man
It
cannot
is
stand
better to
before
die
us.
for the Emperor than live for yourself. I have
Under
awoken.
fire.
Shall survive.
The enemies of man cannot stand before
Faith is
us.
eternal.
We shall know no fear. We shall know no fear.
Even in death I still serve. I have awoken.